This is the Guru Product Plan, how to create information products that literally sell themselves. And in this program, we're going to talk about the art, the science, the psychology of turning information into super high-value products that people will invest a lot in, pay a lot of money for. So in my hands, I've got some information products, just some that I went and grabbed off my shelf. So you can see just the various formats. This is a CD interview that we offer as part of one of our information coaching programs. This is a CD interview that we sell for $47 a month. Okay, so it's a nice continuity program. Here's a cool information product. Here's a Mensa card pack, right? A bunch of cards that have interesting little puzzles, little brain teasers on them. That's an information product. It's nice. I think that sells for 20 or 30 bucks. Here's a set of 6 DVDs inside of a pack that we sell as part of our Guru Home Study course. Here's actually another cool information product, one of my favorites. This is an interview that Tony Robbins did with me that's part of a continuity program that he does called the New Money Masters. Here's an information product, a book. Right? This is an information product. This is information packaged up in a way that costs maybe 20 bucks, as I mentioned. Here's information packaged up. We sell this for 47 bucks a month. This right here is part of a course that costs about $2,000. Information can be packaged in many forms, and it can be offered for sale in many different contexts, and it can be priced in a way that can get you many different levels of income and profit. Here are a few more examples of information products. Here's a CD program that's kind of packaged up nicely and designed nicely called Spiral Dynamics. This is one of the best information products of all time for the value. It's called The Psychology of Achievement. This is my original cassette tape version. Whoa. I can't play it anymore. But I love having it around because when I lived in my little 500 square foot trailer, this particular course did me fine. Here's a binder from my friend Yannick Silver's program, How to Sell Super High-Priced Information Products and Services. Some information products and coaching programs and seminars and so forth, we've sold for up to $2,000 plus for a product and between $10,000 and $24,000 for training and coaching. So information is becoming more and more valuable over time. And as we learn to package it up, as we learn to format it correctly to get the highest price for it, that's how we really, really learn about how to create a lot of value. Now here's the thing. In this program, we're going to be digging into kind of the specifics of formatting up your products. Right? This is called the Guru Product Plan. And as we learn this, we're learning the art of creating value. Okay? The art of creating value. One of the beautiful kind of advantages of selling information products and doing coaching and offering information for sale is that we get to be on not only the cutting edge of business, because we're becoming a knowledge economy, everyone's doing more and more knowledge work, everyone wants to learn more stuff that helps them do better on the inside, achieve more, get more of what they want. But we also get to do something that most businesses really envy, and that is we get to iterate. We get to test things out, try them out, see how they do, and then take what we learn and come back and iterate and do another example and see how that does. So what we get to do here is we get to design our information, we get to design our marketing, we get to put it out into the marketplace, we get to test it, we get to do it very quickly. So unlike most businesses, which go through long product creation cycles and long marketing cycles, we get to come up with product ideas and marketing ideas, and there are many ways we can get out into the marketplace and test them very quickly, get feedback very quickly, modify them very quickly, and we can evolve. We can literally take advantage of the incredible power of evolution. And I've watched in my own business and in the businesses of those that I've done a lot of work with, as the speed of evolution has just increased dramatically. We're all able to learn from each other, iterate, improve, test, learn from each other, iterate, improve, test, and we all get to win as a result of this. So, my thought is that selling information products and specifically marketing them online, okay, it puts us in a very advantageous position because we get to do things that most people don't get to do in business. We get to test very quickly. We get to do it with very little investment. And if something doesn't work out, it's not really that big a deal. We can go back and make changes. We can iterate. We can modify. We can make a completely different product. We can reformat. We can test a new niche. We can do things that other businesses just plain can't do. Now, there's a formula here that's going to be an underlying formula that we're going to be following. And the formula is that customers don't want products. What they want is results. Okay, the customer doesn't want a product. They don't want coaching. They don't want techniques. They want a specific outcome. And if we go behind that, if we almost ask, what's the abstract thing behind the product that they want? What's the abstract thing behind the results that they want? It's value. And value is one of those big, weird, fuzzy-sounding words. If you've ever done a training with us, then you know that I don't like abstract-sounding words that might mean anything. We're going to talk about this one because it's an important one, right? Because it's kind of like the person behind the curtain running the machine that gets people to make decisions. People want value. Yeah, that's the most specific that I can be and still be abstract. And the way that we offer them value is in the form of results. And the way that we offer them results is in the form of our information product. Okay, so we're not selling information products, we're selling results, and we're selling value. If you just try to create an information product and sell it, you might be able to sell it for 20 bucks or 50 bucks. You might be able to. If you're selling a result, a tangible, measurable result that the person can expect to experience in the real world, and that's what they think they're buying, you dramatically increase your chances of selling that information product of 20 or 50 bucks. In fact, you increase your probability of selling much higher priced and higher value information products that could be in the hundreds to thousands of dollars, because people are so interested in results. But if you really take the result and then you boost the value, you turn up all the knobs of what value is, and we're going to learn what those knobs are in this program, that's when you can write your own paychecks. That's when you can decide how much you want to sell your products for. That's when you take control of this process. So a great question, and a question we're going to be asking ourselves a lot, is what is value? What is value? It's not too hard to figure out what results are, although you'll see that it'll take us this entire program to get all of our minds focused on a result. But what is value? What does value mean? How does it work? What's the structure of it? How do we design it? How do we make another person believe that we have it? So write down the question right now, what is value, for yourself? And then what I'd like you to do is answer it. Answer the question, what is value? Okay, good. Find someone you don't know, say hi, and exchange answers. 2 minutes apiece. The person with the longest nose goes first. Go. Okay, next, take out another piece of paper. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to make a list of all the things that you think are valuable to your prospective customer. All of them. Take yourself out of the equation, okay? You're not on the list, probably. Hate to break the news to you. And don't focus on your product or what you do or any of your information. Just focus on what's valuable to them in general. What are all the things in their life that are the most valuable to them? And why? I want you to take maybe 5 or 7 minutes and just ask yourself, what's valuable to them and why? There are no wrong answers here. Just do your best. It's kind of a new way of thinking. Just asking what's valuable to them in their life. Okay, excellent. I'd like to read to you some fascinating, captivating information. This is the Wikipedia entry for value. I'm just going to read you the first sentence so you get a flavor for what we're dealing with. The economic value of a good or service has puzzled economists since the beginning of the discipline. That's encouraging. So this one should be easy. I think a lot about value. One of the things that I recommend to anyone considering getting into business or doing marketing or creating information products is that they write the question, what is value, on a Post-it note and put it on their monitor, okay, or next to their desk or on their refrigerator so that they can see it and they can ask themselves the question over and over and over, what is value? What does it mean? What is value? And I've done that for years now because I think that if we can get to the heart of the idea of value, that's like the magic key that allows us to unlock many doors to success out in the world. If we can really understand what value is. Now, I'd like to introduce a couple of more technical terms from economics. Hopefully, we won't get bored too much talking about them. But there are two other terms that I really find fascinating. One of them is the term utility, and the other is the term incentive. Economists talk about these two terms a lot, utility and incentive. And they're both related to value. Utility is kind of the actual use or the satisfaction value that someone gets when they consume or use something. That's the utility value of it. Okay, so it's the actual satisfaction value. An incentive is the promise of some utility or the promise of satisfaction. It's when someone has the expectation that they're going to have their needs satisfied. That's an incentive. So these three ideas, value, the general concept of value, what is it to a human and how does it work? Utility, okay, so the actual satisfaction value that they get from consuming or using something. And then incentive, okay, what's the value of the expectation? These all play together into the equation called value. So after years of asking the question, what is value, I finally asked my good friend and mentor Wyatt Woodsmall the question. That was a very good idea. Because he said, well, Eben. No. Actually, he did say that, but you don't want to hear that part. He said, value is what's called a nominalization. Okay, in neurolinguistic programming, they have this great process that they call denominalization. I know, more fun-sounding words, right? So a nominalization is an abstract noun. Okay, it's an idea that's been taken out of the world and frozen into this abstract concept and then turned into a thing. Nominalizations like value don't exist. They're not real. Value originally comes from and is the result of humans valuing things. Okay, there's no such thing as a static, unchanging thing in this universe where we live. So a better question is, what is it to value something? How does the process of valuing things work inside of a human? How do humans come about figuring out value? What's going on inside of them when the process of valuing is happening? And that's a much more interesting question to delve into. Okay, so what is it to value something? What is the process of valuing something? And this is where ideas like the expectation of the utility value of something come into play, the previous experience with the utility value of things. Because when valuing, we're comparing, we're imagining, we're listening to our emotions. We've got a whole process going on inside of us. And I'll suggest to you that when you're going to sell information, you're going to package up a product or a coaching session or some type of information in a way that you want to get your customer to give you money, that if you will take some time to ask, okay, how are they valuing the challenge that they're dealing with right now? How would they value the solution to the challenge that they're dealing with? And what's that internal strategy or process that they're using? How are the emotions coming up for them? When they make a picture of this, what emotion does it trigger? What thoughts does that emotion trigger? What kind of feedback loops get set up? It's a much more interesting exploration. And you're going to find that in this program, what we're going to be doing over and over and over is getting inside that process of how the customer is thinking, what emotions they have going on, and drilling all the way down to that one magic leverage point, the highest value thing that you can create for them, teach them, offer them, package up into a product for them. And if we can get that match right, okay, if we can find that thing that really is where all the value is, and then take all of our knowledge and all of our experience as experts, as professionals, and apply it to that one thing, that's when we create a product that sells itself. That's when we create a product that, as soon as the customer hears about it, it doesn't really require a lot of selling, because if they even knew it existed, they would want to buy it. And that's when that happens. Now, it doesn't hurt to do powerful professional marketing on top of that. Okay, it only helps. But as Ralph, who works with me, has taught me, what most people are trying to do is put lipstick on a pig. Okay? And their marketing is the lipstick. We don't want to do that. Okay? We want to create super high value products that are tailored specifically for the prospect, that meet their needs in a way that when they hear about it, they say, oh, I didn't even know that someone could understand this challenge like this. And when they hear that, that's it. The marketing work becomes easy after that. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about, generally speaking, what the highest value thing is for one of your customers. The highest value category of stuff. We're still talking in the abstract here, but we're getting much closer to home. And the highest value thing that your customer can get is the result that they want. It's the result. This is what gives them the value. This is what they expect to give them the value. This is where all the utility is. And the expectation of that utility is the greatest incentive that you can use in your product and in your marketing. It's the result that they want. That's the highest value thing. The outcome. Now let's go a level deeper. What kind of result do they want? Do they want a mental, logical result? Do they want an emotional result? Or do they want a physical, tangible result? What do they want? Well, most teachers, most authors, speakers, gurus, right, we assume that what they want is to feel better. And we assume that what they want is to know that the problem is solved. And in a way that's true, but it's very distracting. Because what they think they want, okay, what the customer thinks they want, is something that's tangible, that's out here that they can observe. Right? Because if you just promise that they're going to feel better, that sounds to them like Jack and the Beanstalk. Okay? These beans are magic beans. They have magic in them. Right? When you say you're going to feel better, people say, I want to feel better, but what I actually want is the person who calls me on the phone every night during dinner and bothers my family because I owe some money on my credit card and they're a collection agent. I want them to stop calling. That's what I really want. Okay, that's what they think they want. A person that wants to lose weight, they don't think that they want improved self-esteem so they can be more successful in the world. Even though that's what they want, what they want is they want to lose 20 pounds of fat by taking one pill and having the most restful night of sleep ever as a side effect. Right? Don't bother me with all the details. Just give me the pill. John Carlton has this great graph that he shows that he calls the appeal-o-meter. And basically the point is that the more work they've got to do and the more time it takes, the lower the appeal and the lower the perceived value. But the less work they have to do and the less time that it takes, the higher the appeal, and it's in the category that John calls magic. That's what people want. That's what they think they want, is magic. So this is a game of creating maximum value by understanding the valuing process. The highest form of value is results. It's the result that they want. And the highest value type of results are specific and tangible and physical, measurable. Okay, I can see it with my eyes. Okay, if there were a jury sitting around here at a table in a circle, they would all look at it and say, yep, that happened. They would agree on it. If you've studied some of our marketing materials, then you know that this conversation that we're having about specific tangible results, right, it weaves like a thread through everything. And the challenge that I'll just give you a little preview, the challenge that we're going to be dealing with back and forth, and that if you can figure out how to overcome this one, then inside of your own mind and your process, then you can really get on the fast track to creating high-value products and services and also better marketing, is as you're trying to figure out what's more valuable, to become more specific, to drill down further into specificity, not become more abstract, and to force yourself to think about things that are tangible and external, results, the outcome of something. All right, so let me say it all again. This is a game of value, specifically perceived value, but it's a game of value. And valuing is a process that happens inside of humans. We go through a process of valuing things, which we'll learn more about in the program. The highest form of value, especially when selling information products, is results. It's the result that the customer wants. Reminder, it's not you, it's not the product, it's not your ideas, it's not your fancy systems, it's the result that they want. And the highest value types of results are specific, tangible, physical, out here in reality, observable. The person that wants to lose weight, they want to get on the scale and have it be 20 pounds less. They want the readout to say 20 pounds less. The person that wants to get out of debt, they want to get their credit card bill and have the balance be 0. The person that wants to find a romantic relationship, they want to be holding hands with another human being in public that's their boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay, it's physical, it's real stuff. And what we need to do is train ourselves to get inside the mind of the prospect, think from their perspective, think about how they're valuing their situation, and figure out how to talk about the specific, tangible, measurable, verifiable, physical external results that they want. Okay, good. Turn to the person next to you and tell them what you just learned. 2 minutes apiece. Go.